This is Butch Clark with XIO Technologies. In this session, we'll take a look at what data elements are monitored and stored by the XIO ICE Management Pack for VMware vRealize operations. The ISE, as described in the first session of this series, is a complex device that monitors many different aspects of itself. This includes internal physical traits, such as temperature in the various components, as well as data movement performance metrics. It also tracks logical traits, such as configuration of storage pools and so on. We have included a dashboard that allows you to drill down into all the gathered metrics for a particular ISE. To access it, go to the VROps home screen, then click the Dashboard List drop-down button. Hover over the XIO entry, then click the ICE Metrics dashboard from the list shown. Initially, there's not much going on here since we haven't selected an ICE to examine. On the top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a list of all the monitored ISEs. In this case, I'm only monitoring 2 units. By clicking one of these, it causes the remaining 2 panels to populate with data related to the chosen ISE. First, I'll clear all the seemingly random metric graphs that came up by default. Next, let's take a look at the metrics collected. On the bottom right-hand side of the screen, there will be 3 main tree nodes that hide the individual metrics. The first 2 are default VROps related metrics. Expand the ISE node. Here we see 3 main categories of ICE metrics. The XIO disk array enclosure node will show metrics for each DAE in the unit. In this case, there are 2 DAEs present. When we expand DAE 0, we will see the various performance metrics. These are overall cumulative performance numbers for the disk array enclosure as a whole. To see a metric graph, double-click on an entry. A new metric graph opens up, showing the last several hours of values. It also marks the minimum and maximum values in the range. In this case, there are a couple of points where the values have gone into a warning range. This is shown by a different colored background. To add another graph, just double-click another metric. Going back up to the ICE node level, we'll take a look at the XIO volume node. This expands to show all the ICE storage volumes that are contained on this device. Here there are 2 volumes that have been created. Expanding a volume shows all the metrics collected for that volume. Again, double-clicking a metric name will open a new metric graph, and that's added to the bottom of the list. You may have noticed that there are a standard set of performance metrics collected for the various parts of the system, both physical and virtual. For example, we looked at the read latency for one of the disk array controllers, and now we're looking at the read latency for this particular volume. Lastly, we can see total metrics for the ICE unit overall. Go back to the ICE node level and expand the XIO system node. Here you can select an ICE level metric. For example, total IOPS. This is one of my development ISEs, and you'll see it's pretty quiet. We can also look at, say, read percentage. Lots of the metrics will be self-explanatory, such as total IOPS, total kbps, queue depth, and things like that. For definitions of the less common metrics, please refer to XIO documentation. This dashboard is a great tool for troubleshooting specific problems you may be seeing in your environment. For example, if you as a vAdmin get complaints about sluggish performance, you can now quickly see if the underlying storage is the problem, or you can prove that it's not, and begin looking further up the stack. In the last session, we will install and configure the ICE Management Pack. For more information, please visit x-io.com.